Hey, this is Matt Duckworth with Deal Camp, and if you ever thought about buying a business, there are a few mistakes that you want to avoid to ensure that you don't lose your shirt. So I want to tell you a quick story about one of those mistakes that I learned the hard way. I was fresh out of college. I had this big bag of new tricks to help me make money, and I thought that I would be rich in no time. And almost as soon as the dean had handed me my diploma, I was off looking to buy a business or to start a company. I was like absolutely sure of myself, and I was ready to conquer the world. And I met this successful business owner who is through a family member, and we hit it off. And this business owner was a really good operator. I was pretty good at finance and marketing, and so we made a good team. And within a few months, we had purchased a storm shelter manufacturing company together. And honestly, I was scared, but I was really excited. I was like finally putting all these things, all this knowledge that I had gained to work. So I felt proud because it was the moment that I dreamed of. And so we took over this business, and as tornado season rolled in, our sales skyrocketed. And first I was really excited, but we had to triple the number of employees that we had on staff to keep up with production. So we hired a lot of people that didn't work out, and so we didn't make a lot of money even though we were growing. And I started to get this weird feeling that this whole thing seemed a little bit off. We weren't hitting our goals. Things just weren't clicking. And that's whenever my excitement really started to turn to worry. We had some employee theft. There were some customer issues. There was vendor issues. We had a workers' comp audit. We had problems with the former owners. It was like one big costly surprise after another, and we weren't prepared for it. And that's whenever we started to lose some real money. And then storage season ended. Summer rolled in, and our sales started to slow. And so we started to burn real money. At this time, I realized we were in an emergency situation. We had vendors breathing down our necks, bankers calling to figure out when we were going to pay. But me and my partners had no more money to keep us afloat. So we didn't see a way out of it. And that's whenever it just hit me. It's like, this is not going to be good. It started to sink in that we may not make it through this. So we get a call from the bank. They call our loan, auction off everything that we have. Doesn't make a big dent in our debt, and so we're like out of options, and my two partners filed bankruptcy, and I'm carrying all the debt now. That was it. We had failed, and I felt guilty. I felt angry. I couldn't see how I'd ever live through the failure. I scrounged some money together to try to settle with the banks and vendors and fight off the lawsuits and the repossessions and stuff, and in total, I spent over $300,000 paying off bills over the next 5 years, and I was completely beaten down. It was the lowest point of my entire life. So what did I learn about that you can apply? It's a very simple lesson. Don't walk through minefields unless you know where all the mines are buried. In other words, don't buy a business unless you know what problems to anticipate. So if that was helpful, please share it with someone else you think it might help. I hope it helped you. And if you're interested in learning more about how to grow your wealth through buying businesses and avoid a bunch of the mistakes that I have made along the way, check out what we're doing at dealcamp.co by clicking on one of the links around this video. And good luck. Thanks.